I wish I could have kept score by hand. What are your credentials, Hoffman Lane? The Goodwill Beneficial. Did you ever look into streaming at all?
Look into what?
Like streaming, like YouTube for TV.
I don't know what you mean.
Like a streaming service, like an Amazon or something. YouTube. Instead of getting TV, you stream it online.
Oh. Yeah, no. You mean like Hulu or something?
Yes.
Like that? No. It is a lot cheaper.
It's on.
It's on now. Just refresh.
Oh, I can tell you. I'll tell you right now if it's on.
Dude, it's right here.
I know it's on. Yeah, it's on. Refresh. No, just refresh the page.
Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. Somebody unplugged me by accident. And when I lose power, I got to reset everything. So thankfully it happened between matches and not during the match.
Not during the winning shot in the 10th frame. Hey, you can't hear me. Can anyone else hear me? Nobody knows.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
No.
Hello, 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 hello.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me? I can hear you.
Okay. Say something.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Excellent. And we're back.
All right, so let's quickly go over the upcoming schedule. This upcoming Saturday, as Skip alluded to earlier, is the finals, the invitational for the girls-only tournament. 2:30 start time at 222 Dutch. Chloe, yes, will be there. She just turns around and gives me the thumbs up.
At least she responds to my Facebook messages. Nobody else does. It took her a couple days.
The following day, the 6th next week? The 5th?
The 5th.
We are at Colony Park North.
Correct.
For a regular tournament. Sunday at 10:30. The following Sunday, we are at ABC North. That is the 12th. Again, 10:30 start time. And then the following Sunday is our last regular season event for season 20. That is major number 10, the 2 a.m. tournament. That is right, ladies and gentlemen. We start this tournament Sunday morning, May the 19th at 2 a.m. at
Leisure Lanes.
Leisure Lane.
Okay, bowling fans, it is time to begin our Baker Match Finals. On the scratch side, we have top seed Warcrest Valley taking on number 2 seed Milk Chocolate. Okay, Warcrest Valley is going to go with the order of Lutz, White, Bennett, Graham, and Erickson. For Warcrest Valley, they're going to switch, or for Milk Chocolate rather, they're going to mix it up a little bit. They're going to go Kennedy first, Blair second, Owens third, Nair fourth, and Carlisi fifth. First team to win 2 individual games, win the match and the title. On the handicap side, we have 4 rights make a left. Top seed. Pinkies are going to keep the same Fenical, Brown, Christ, Brown, and Updike. Okay? Difference in handicap, I believe, is 8 pins. 6 pins. Okay, 6 pins going to 4 rights, make a left. Okay? All right, bowling fans, let's have a nice hand for our title matches.
All right, so the teams that are coming in, 4 rights make a left on the handicap side. They're going to be getting 6 pins a game. And Warcrest Valley on the scratch side, they will be on 39. 4 rights make a left is on 41. Milk Chocolate, the scratch team moving on, is on lane 40, and the Pinkies, the handicap team, is on lane 42. Tony Lutz up first for Warcrest Valley. He leaves a 10 pin.
Be interesting to see how things go for Milk Chocolate, changing the lineup up a little bit.
Yes.
They had success with what they were going with, and now doing something a little different.
Yes, I can only assume that Anthony's look on this pair is not quite as good. It's kind of hard to pull a member of Junior Team USA out of the anchor hole. We'll see if it works out for him.
Although if anybody knows what his look's going to be, it would be him. So maybe it'll be the right decision. We'll find out.
Yes.
Be interesting to see. Brian Kennedy, good shot there for him. Knocks 10 back. Ben White up now. 9 count for him. What is the difference in handicap? Is it 6 again? 6. It is 6 again for the second match in a row. 8. Oh, last time it was 8. Should just average it out. We'll make it 7. Warcrest goes 9 spare, 9 spare. Strike for Milk Chocolate. And now the baby split, 3-10 for Jean Blair. 4-7 for Haley over on the other side. Four lefts make a right. Did you know that?
Yes.
Or 4 rights make a left. He has it wrong up on the screen up there. It should be 4 rights make a left, but he has 4 lefts make a right.
Oops.
We should just call them Team NASCAR.
Yes.
Because 4 lefts make a right in NASCAR.
That is true. I don't know many of these bowlers on 4 lefts or 4 rights. 4 lefts make a circle or a triangle or a square or whatever. So Colby made his washout. So Warcrest Valley with the early 7-pin lead through 3.
I do have to say, ever since we reset everything, it sounds so much better.
You had to say that.
Well, I like to mush it.
I guess this is Rizzo up for Team Red. Makes his spare. They find themselves down early by 26. Ryan Graham makes his spare. DJ Brown crosses over, leaves himself the 5-9. Exactly, Blauman. Eddie Mush.
All right, Anthony and I are up now on lane 40. Let's see how the look looks. That could be why.
Yes, that ball pushed and pushed and pushed some more. Isaac Erickson bowling anchor today for this match for Warcrest Valley. Powerful spare there by Anthony Nair. Polacek crosses over. He leaves a 5-9. And he does not make his spare. So their hole gets dug deeper. Isaac Erickson, 10 back. They maintain their 9-pin lead. Brandon Updike now lane 42. He strikes. So far that was a good change by Mill Chocolate. Brandon Updike, 7-pin. All right, we swing back around. Tony Lutz now up for his second frame. Frame number 6. Working off of a strike. He comes in high, leaves himself the 3-6. So that's going to open the door for Milk Chocolate to take the lead if they were to strike on their next shot. Brandon Updike makes his spare. So
lead for the Pinkies.
Yes, they extend their lead to 31 with the handicap. Tony makes his spare. Alec Berg up, lane 41. He comes in high. 3-6. Let's see if Kennedy can give Milk Chocolate the lead here. By a pin. And he's not going to give him the lead yet.
How was your time this week out in Cleveland?
Educational.
Did you learn anything?
That women are very good. I feel that Jordan Richardson is the future of the PWBA.
You do know why she's bowling so well right now, right?
I do not.
She bowled with Skip Moyer at the Pro-Am last year here at ABC West.
Did she?
Yes.
That would do it. It's amazing. That's a double for Milk Chocolate. They take the lead. It's amazing for somebody of that proportion, and I'm proportioned similar, how she could lay the ball down as silently as she does. And God, does she get power on the ball.
She's pretty good.
The pattern out there was fairly easy. It was 47 feet, but it was buffed from 25 to 47. So there was multiple lines of the pocket. You scored very well if you knew how to carry corner pins. If you couldn't carry the corner pins, you were in trouble. I think it took 213 or 216 to qualify for day 2 for 16 games. Well, blah man, I reject your concerns. If you were a Seinfeld watcher, you would understand why I said it that way. But you are not. That is a triple for Milk Chocolate. They extend their lead to 14. Colby Bennett up, frame number 8. He goes 10 back. Haley Brown misses her spare. They still have a 19-pin lead. Granada up, lane 41. They're looking for an important double here in the 8th. They do not get it, a 4-pin. Owens up looking for 4 in a row. And they get it. They extend their lead out to 24. Ryan Graham now up. Foundation frame 9th. This is going to be a big frame for them. They would like to see a double going into the 10th. If they do not, I do not see how they win this game. Nine-pin. Thank you, Anthony. Anthony must be a Seinfeld watcher. Team Red did make their spare in the 8th. Chris, their 8th frame for the Pinkies, comes in high. He leaves a 6-9. All right, so with the spare here for Ryan Graham, the best Warcrest Valley could shoot is 200. So they're going to be up against it here in the first game. Miss for Chris. So that match all of a sudden gets considerably tighter with 2 straight opens for the Pinkies. Let's see what Anthony Nyer could do. He had a washout his first shot, frame 4.
That's better.
Much better. And that's going to seal game 1 for Milk Chocolate. Four rights make a left, trying to make a late push in this game. They have a strike in the 9th, so they could still shoot 185 with their handicap. Pinkies could still shoot 193, but if DJ does not strike here, they could be shut out in the 10th. But he strikes, so now the Pinkies cannot be shut out.
That's a big shot there for DJ to set the
Yes, it
table
was.
after those 2 opens.
Yes. Polachek now up in the 10th. This is an important frame. The match is close. It's within 10 pins. Polachek opened in the 5th.
Whatever he does here, Updike will have to match or exceed.
Yes.
Polachek up now for his first ball, leaving the 6 pin.
So if he could spare here and get good count, that will force Brandon to mark. The Pinky Milk Chocolate did win game 1 on the scratch side. Polachek did mark. So with a strike, they will be at 165 with the handicap, which would force Brandon to mark. If he were to go 9 out, it would be 161. So Polachek will be looking to get at least 7 here.
7 forces the mark.
And that's 8, so that will be enough. So now Brandon needs to mark. 163 with the handicap for 4 rights, make a left. Milk Chocolate with a 221 game. I didn't see if Warcrest Valley struck on their final shot. If they had struck, they would have gotten 200 on the nose. All right. Brandon's been in this position ever since round 2 started. So it's come down to him a few times. Let's see if he could keep his hot streak going. And he goes Jersey, and somehow the 5 tripped out towards the 2 pin. Skip, I'm not really sure how that happened.
Me neither. That was a little awkward. But 10 is 10.
That's right. Has a better shot. All right, the Pinkies will be taking game 1.
He threw it straight at the head pin. Perhaps he should consider that.
Yes. All right, off to game 2 on the scratch side. Brian Kennedy opens it up with a strike.
Talking about power.
Yes. All right, the Pinkies shoot 192. Tony Lutz. He comes in high, leaves the 3-6-10. Yes, Blahman, that was not his best effort. Looked like something you have done a time or two. Tony Lutz makes his spare. Gene Blair up, frame 2, looking to take an early 10-pin lead. And he got the 4 out, so that's a double. Ben White up, frame 2 very quickly. Ben does not waste any time. He comes in high, leaves just the 3-pin. Sarah Fenical comes in a little high. Her first attempt, she leaves the 2-7. Ben White converts his spare. Owens now up, looking to start with a triple for Milk Chocolate. Sarah does not make her spare. She gets one. Owens, it didn't sound pretty, but it got all 10 down. Colby Bennett comes in high, leaves a 6-10. On the handicap side, Berg with a strike in the first. Haley Brown up, lane 41. She comes in light, leaves just a 2-pin. Good evening, Chad. How are you? Colby makes his spare. Anthony Nyer now up. His team on an opening turkey, trying to make it 4 in a row. He does. They are running away and hiding from Warcrest Valley. Haley does not make her spare. Ryan Graham now up. He leaves the 3-6. Who is that on 42, Skip, do you know? Her hair is in the way of her last name.
That is Amelia Lamanowitz.
Lamanowitz, thank you. Graham makes his 3-6. Lawanimit. I won't even attempt it. She gets 3 on her washout.
What are you not attempting?
I had to say her last name.
Lamanowitz.
I'll just leave it up to you. Carlisi looking for the front 5. 10-pin. Chris up, frame 3, trying to get the first mark for his team this game. And he does. Carlisi converts the 10-pin. Let's see what Isaac Erickson can do if he could get his team's first strike.
They're going to need to get. They're going to need to get going.
Yes, they are. Renata up, frame 3, working off of an open. She gets a 6 count, leaves the front bucket. 1, 2, 3, 5.
That's actually a pretty good 6 count considering where she threw it.
Yes.
So might have got her out of some trouble there.
Yes. Once again, for those of you recently joining us, they're bowling on Alcatraz today.
All right. Got rid of the hard one there. 10-pin falls, leaving just a 6 for Isaac Erickson.
I asked some of the kids. We were trying out some of my potential patterns for the Fatstacular last night, and I think I'm down to which one I'm going to use. I'm going to modify it just a little bit. And I asked them which is harder, the Alcatraz today or mine from last night, and they all said mine from last night. So that's good. As I told them all, I'd rather have minus 100 qualify than have plus 100 not qualify.
Exactly.
Which, by the way, Skip, they will not be laying my pattern out for their marathon tournament. Since it's a sanctioned tournament. They can't use an unsanctioned oil pattern.
Well, you need to get it sanctioned.
Yeah. What do you think the USBC will require for me to sanction a pattern? You think Chad Murphy's going to do anything for free?
They can't even get the scoring monitors to work at Nationals today.
Exactly.
They're keeping score by hand today at Nationals.
I wonder if people even know how to keep score by hand anymore.
I'd have volunteered. I grew up keeping score by hand. I still do. I still bowl in a league.
Honestly, I did not know how to keep score by hand until I moved down here because where I grew up, Valley Lanes up near Carbondale, was the first bowling center in the state of Pennsylvania to get automatic scoring. They had Magic Score, AMF Magic Score. Brian Kennedy up, frame 6. And a strike. Brandon Updike looking for a triple for his team that will increase their lead. He comes in high, leaves just the 6-pin. Tony Lutz, frame 6. He comes in high again, leaves it 3-6-10. I believe he's come in high every one of his shots. Brandon converts his spare. So assuming for a moment, 4 rights make a left. If they were to strike in the 5th, they will be down by 8. So actually any mark and they're down by 8 since they're on and open. Gene Blair, frame 7.
When it's working, it's working.
Yep. So it looks like they're on their way. I will try not to Eddie Mush them.
Gonna turn a little bit of our attention over to the handicap match over here. Scratch match is, and they're on the board with a strike.
Yes. Leave it to Ben White to strike.
Polachek up here for his 1-6. He does not convert. Another high mixer there for Milk Chocolate. And they are just about slamming the door.
Yes. Assuming Warcrest Valley were to strike out, Milk Chocolate, I believe, just needs either 1 strike or 2 spares.
Regardless, Colby Bennett here needs to strike. This is a must-strike situation for them.
Yes.
Anything less, and they will be shut out.
Sarah with a strike.
That's a big shot there for her.
Yes, it is.
They needed that.
Colby does not strike, 3-6-10. So now with a spare conversion, the best they could do is 2-11. So then Milk Chocolate would just need 1 mark to seal the deal. Berg came in high, left the 6-10.
And that's
Colby
going to do it.
does not make his spare. That will end the day for Warcrest Valley. Milk Chocolate will be your champions on the scratch side.
Saw kind of the same pattern here with a lot of these teams up high on the head pin.
Yes.
Just I don't know if it's ball choice, line choice. Just friction are us today in Mechanicsburg.
And what you note, as soon as you get shut out, you strike.
Yes, that's typically what happens. If we had to run a live bet on Isaac Erickson here, I'd say it's a pretty good chance he's going to double.
Yes. Haley breaks up the split, leaves just the 3-9. Once again, our message board is live and operational. If you want to chime in, let me know what you think of Baker Team Bowling. Skip and I are huge fans of it. Another one of our great ideas for the Pennsylvania Junior Bowlers Tour.
Yes.
Haley makes her spare. So they begin to pull away. They will have Fleminowski were to strike, assuming I said her name right, or Mark. They will have a 31-pin lead, the Pinkies.
Amelia.
Not really sure what that means, Anthony, but okay. A Mark. How about we just, let me know what her first name is.
Amelia.
Amelia, thank you.
Amelia Lamanowitz.
That I could say.
Yes, Amelia.
Amelia's easy. So they could still shoot 186 if they were to strike out.
That's going
Milk
to be
chocolate
left.
with, yes. 1, 3, 6, 10. Milk chocolate with a 255 to 176 victory over Warcrest Valley. So, Skip, if you would want to move the camera over.
And we will focus on this handicap match.
Granada up, frame number 8. She comes in light, leaves the 1, 2, 9. So 4 rights and a left. Skip just simply running out of frames here.
I agree. DJ Brown with the opportunity here just to pretty much step up in the ninth and just shut the door completely.
Yes.
A strike here, and that's going to pretty much do it.
There it is. So basically the same situation as the last time. If Rizzo were to strike here, Brandon Updike will need to mark to shut them out. And Rizzo does strike. So they could still shoot 173 with their handicap. If Brandon were to go 9 out, they would have 171. So a mark for the championship. And that's going to do it, Skip.
Yes, it will. The Pinkies are going to be your champions.
Yes. From not even knowing that they were going to make round 2, they were the final seed, to winning the whole thing. They will be getting the first place scholarship prize today and the bonus can of Simon Eyes.
Absolutely. It'll fix anything.
Yes. All right, 190 for the Pinkies. Polachek will just finish out here. Skip will run and put on his PJBT shirt. Skip will not be putting. Would you like to put mine on? All right, the Pinkies with a 190 to 141 victory. That's going to do it. Today's champions, the scratch side Milk Chocolate, the handicap side the Pinkies. Thank you, Bruce. We appreciate your nice comments. We would appreciate you writing a letter to Fox and suggesting Skip and the Fat Man for the U.S. Open. All right, let's give out some awards.
Okay, bowling fans, that concludes our five-person Baker Team Awards. $50 scholarship certificate. Crest Valley. Tony Lutz, Ben White, Colby Bennett, Isaac Erickson, and Ryan Graham.
All right, Warcrest Valley, your second place finishers today. $90 into their scholarship funds for each team member.
Okay, now it's time for our runner-up finishers in the handicap division.
She didn't start very good.
Each bowler receiving an $80 scholarship certificate and medal goes to the team of Four Rights Make a Left. Amelia Lamanowitz, Amanda Granada, Tyler Palachik, Alex Berg, and Justin Rizzo.
All right, Four Rights Make a Left, your runner-up in the handicap division today. Each will be receiving $80 into their scholarship fund.
Okay, and now to crown our champions in the scratch division. Each bowler receiving a $180 scholarship certificate, and the first place acrylic plaque for each bowler on the team goes to the team of Milk Chocolate. Gene Blair, Brian Kennedy, Anthony Nyer, Troy Owens, and Ryan Carlisi.
All right, Milk Chocolate, your champions today. See you, Mr. Erickson. I believe I heard $150 going into their scholarship fund.
Okay, on the handicap side, our champion team, Each bowler receiving $175 scholarship certificate, and the first place acrylic plaques all the way from the 6th seed to first is the Pinkies. Sarah Fenical, Haley Brown, Josh Christ, Brandon Updike, and DJ Brown.
All right, the Pinkies, your first place finishers in the handicap division. They're getting 175, so I'm going to assume the scratch division got 185. Just an assumption. All right, we'll get some pictures taken, and then I will have some very quick interviews, and then we will wrap it up. Stay tuned. You are watching the Pennsylvania Junior Bowlers Tour live on YouTube.
We'll have final interviews in just a moment, and we hope to see everybody next Sunday. We'll have live streaming action once again from Colony Park Lanes North in York next Sunday at 10:30. Thank you, everybody.
Actually, not bad. Let's go back here.
You're out of the picture there. You have to be on this side of me. There you are.
There we go. That's even better.
It's because I got broad back. I'll get on his back.
Got it? Okay. Thank you. All right, congratulations, everybody. And then, I don't know who you want to start with. Handicap.
All right, we're going to have to squeeze on in here. Short people in the front,
I'll just sit on the floor.
and we're going to have to pass around the thing.
Nope. Okay.
Let me try. There we go. All right, so we are here with our handicap division champions. Somebody take it, put it on.
Ouch. I got it.
We might as well let Brandon put on the microphone
Dad.
since he's the one that kind of sealed the deal in most of the games,
Hi, Dad.
bowling the anchor division, the anchor spot. So, congratulations on your championship.
Thank you.
How many does this make for you now?
Number 11.
Number 11,
3.
3, 2. Josh said you carry the team because you're good at carrying teams. 3, 1. So now you're qualified for championship weekend. Actually, now you all, if this is your first, well, I know that's not your first. I know that's not your first. I know that's not your first. Is this your first this year?
This year.
Yes, and this is, so your two are now qualified for championship weekend. First Sunday in June. We'll get you some information on that. So, Alcatraz. Not the
I
easy-
loved it.
Not the easiest of
The
patterns.
only one.
So we'll start with you since you have the headset on. Son number 2. How did you attack Alcatraz?
So, completely different than everybody else, like I usually do. I played the inside all day. I started off with the Crux Prime at 500 grit, then to an IQ, an original phase. Yes, it still does exist. And then I threw the IQ and the Hustle Link in the final matches.
Okay. hand your microphone off to whomever. To your wife-to-be. For some unknown reason, she said yes. Haley, second title in 3 or 4 weeks.
Yes.
You carried the team both times, I'm told.
I tried.
Okay. How did you handle Alcatraz today?
Not really sure.
I threw the ball at the pocket.
Yeah.
Okay. What equipment were you throwing?
Hustle Link most of the time, and Idle, Matchup Hybrid, a little bit of everything.
Okay. That's all she has.
Yes.
Sarah,
Hi.
Alcatraz. Being a lefty, a new lefty, this is like month number 3 now, throwing left-handed. And this is
About
title
that.
what since you've become left-handed?
Number 4.
4 in a 3-month span. Talk about re-rating. How did you attack it besides just throw the ball, try to hit the head pin?
Well, I started with my villain, and I just could not find a line. So finally I decided just to go down to my turmoil. The turmoil was solid, and pretty much from there we were just, as a team, they were all trying to help me
Okay.
figure out how to play on this pattern, because this is the first time I've been on this pattern, being a left-handed.
Okay. And since you are the top tournament winner of this at 11,
Yes.
how do you win the most tournaments on the PJBT?
Add PA Fats on Facebook.
That's right. Add PA Fats right there, right here on Facebook. Thank you, Sarah. Mr. Chris,
Yes.
did I pronounce that correctly?
Yes, you did.
How'd you attack Alcatraz today?
That was a very interesting pattern.
Well,
First,
we're interesting people.
yeah, very true. But yeah, 24 games, so it took 10 to 12 for the lanes to even break down. So at first I was throwing urethane, just keeping a nice smooth back end, predictable. And then when we got into the playoffs there in the final 6 games, I opened the lanes up because they were really burnt and there was a lot of back end. So then I took out my statement solid and was able to hook the whole lane. So it was-
Okay.
yeah.
Hand it off. Now, Mr. Brown, I'm going to assume you threw Brunswick today,
You'd be correct.
being a member of Team Brunswick. What'd you throw?
Well, first I wanted to blend out the fresh a little bit, so I started out with an aggressive ball, quantum bias, which is probably my personal favorite out of the lineup. But I actually, as they started transitioning, that became a little bit too jumpy in the mid lane as they started burning out. So then I actually switched to a radical squatch, which Zach actually drilled for me literally less than a week ago, and only has about maybe 5 games on it. Yeah, and it was to try to blend that out. Threw that about maybe 8 games or so, and then went back to the bias and finished it out with that. Added a little air time too.
So let me ask, are we going to see a Facebook post from you tonight that said, got the win in the Baker Team Tournament, and you're going to tag about 78 people in it?
77.
77? Okay. Okay. Quick show of hands from you guys. How many of you guys didn't think you made cut?
I'll put 2 hands up for the people in the back.
Yeah, we all pretty much thought that we miscut by like 5 to 10 pins, and finally when Matt was announcing.
Because I went 3 spare in the 10th frame.
And then when Matt was announcing cut, when we get down to 5th, and it was minus 470.
Yes, yes. Minus 470 made cut today. That just shows you how hard
Minus
this pattern was.
481.
481. Yes, they were the final team to make cut, and then you came out. You beat the number 1 seed in the first match just to make to the stepladder finals, and then you won. You went 2-0 in both of your matches. Did you go 6-0 in all your matches?
Yes.
6-0. Well, you came on when it was time to come on. All right, guys, congratulations for your victory today.
Thank you.
Thank you. What?
Uh-oh. This can't be good.
Just a thank you to Kegler's Pro Shop as well.
Sure. And to me.
Yeah, and that.
Scratch. Hello, how are you?
Good, man. You want me to wear it?
Yes.
I'll wear it. Cool. What's up, guys?
All right, so we're going to go down the line really quick. Schmoozin. We'll go down the line really quick. Just let me know how you attacked Alcatraz today, what equipment you used, and let me know what title number this is. Mr. Blair.
I used several different balls, mainly the Hustle Inc. and the Columbia Chaos, and this is title number 7.
Okay. Mr. Carlisi, who just finished your first year at William Patterson.
Yeah, today I threw mainly a Web Tour and an Onyx Vibe, and this is title number 5 for me.
Okay, how did you attack it?
Well, I was really, my timing felt off to start, and I felt like that affected my shot making. And then as soon as I figured that out, I was pretty much good the rest of the day.
Okay. Mr. Kennedy. Duck down a little bit, Mr. Kennedy.
Here, come in front of me.
Thank you. There you go.
No, you still got to duck down.
Oh,
You're not in the camera.
all right.
There you go. So go ahead. What equipment did you use? How did you attack it? And what title number is this for you, Mr. Kennedy?
I used pretty much everything I had today. I tried to stay inside at first, then I threw a shot outside, missed a head pin, and then I tried to play in between, and that pretty much worked for the rest of the day.
Okay.
And this is title number 10 for me.
I knew that.
Hey, Brian, what ball did you
Oh, what ball? I threw a supersonic, I threw a physics, I threw a Crux Prime, I threw a phase 2, and I threw a high row pearl. Oh,
Okay.
How y'all doing?
Hand it right back to Anthony back behind you. Mr. Nyer, did you throw urethane today?
Mostly.
Mostly, of course.
Yeah, I threw the new Honey Badger urethane pretty
Okay.
much all day. One game I went to the Eon Infinite because the pair was really early hook. And when we bowled on 41 and 2, the first match, I threw my Honey Badger claw.
Okay. Hand it over
Oh.
to Mr. Owen. Okay,
And
go
title
ahead.
number 11.
Yes, 11.
And can I give a shout out to somebody?
Absolutely.
All right, I got to give a
As
shout
long
out.
as it's me.
Well, PA Fast, obviously, and Brandon Bone for picking our team, Milk Chocolate.
Okay.
Milk Chocolate, baby!
That was a good team name. I will admit that was very original. Mr. Owens.
Watch out. I'm all tangled up.
Well, today I threw Statement Pearl to start off with, very straight, and it didn't really give me a good look, so I went to Statement Salad, kind of bumped in a little bit, and then I could stick with that until that started reading early, then went back to Statement Pearl and kind of just got left and wheeled on it. And it's the title number, huh? Well, wheeled for me, if you want to call it. Yeah, wheeling it to me is a whole lot different than wheeling it to you. Towards the end I did. But title number 2 for me.
Title number 2. Is this your first of the year?
Second of the year.
Second of the year. Is this anybody's first of the year? No. Okay, so you were already all qualified for championship weekend. So I'm going to ask a general question, and you guys, whoever wants to answer this, take the mic and answer it. What made you change your lineup from over in the semifinals to the finals? Because you guys changed your lineup a decent amount.
I suck.
That's a good reason.
I didn't hit the head pin once in our 4 practice shots.
Okay. Okay. So what made Mr. Carlisi bull anchor then?
Pretty much he was in far enough with enough ball speed, and he matched up a lot better. He had
Okay.
the push, and he had hook down lane.
All right.
And he carried.
Good carry.
That's you guys, not me.
Here, Gene, you made the change.
I made the change. What change did I make?
The lineup change.
Oh, yeah. I thought it was a good idea because, whiff over there.
Air show.
All right, gentlemen, let's wrap this up because I know Skip wants to go home and go to bed before he has to go to work. All right, your champions today in the Scratch Division, multiple title winners of this year, Team Milk Chocolate. Congratulations, gentlemen.
Sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, everybody head out this way.
All right, Skip. Let's wrap this up, and then I want to talk about my tournament quickly since I didn't get to talk about it yet today. So, go ahead. What's upcoming for us?
Next Saturday, we are at 222 Dutch Lanes for the Invitational for the girls. I do have a post up on Facebook trying to get the field set, so if you know any of the girls that do not have a check next to their name yet, you can get in contact with them, have them get in contact with me, and we're good to go. But other than that, Girls Invitational next Saturday, and next Sunday we are at Colony Park North.
Yes. All right, my tournament very quickly. The Fatstacular first annual scratch tournament, Saturday, June 22nd, starting time 10 a.m. East Lincoln Lanes in York, PA. $85 entry fee, prepaid. First place guaranteed $1,500. It is not an easy pattern. I figured out which one I'm going to be using last night. It is less than a 2-to-1 ratio. If you need any information, feel free to contact me on Facebook. Just look me up, or you could hit my email address, jasonalthouse@yahoo.com. Let's wrap this up, Skip.
Nothing else that I know of going on that weekend scratch, so you have no reason not to show up.
That's right, especially for $1,500.
Yes, I do believe there's a handicap tournament going on somewhere, but other than that, there are no major youth scratch tournaments that weekend.
Well, thank you. Are you bowling in it?
I want to.
All right, for all of us here at the Pennsylvania Junior Bowlers Tour, to all of you, we will see you next. Maybe I'll be there. We'll probably be there Saturday to live stream. If not, we'll definitely be there Sunday at Colony Park. From all of us to all of you, have a great week.